Hello there! Small announcement regarding the channel. I recently opened a TP page where you can support me via donation deck lists. I created different tiers where I can just play the exact list that you send me. You can also send me a list that you want me to fine tune, or you can alternatively send me just an ID or a command zone, and I make two videos about it, one about the deck building of the deck and the other one will be an MTGO league. See ya! Hello there, Jean-Alexis aka Gia here, and today we're gonna play Meria, Scholar of Antiquity in Duel Commander. This is a deck I really much like. I had a blast playing this in the last two leagues that I did, and actually the deck overperformed. Meria is often built as a artifact combo-based deck, but the colors doesn't fit this strategy quite well, I think. So I had the idea to make like a gruel aggressive deck with this command zone as a support and an artifact theme, or at least artifact affinity. In that regard, what does work well with Meria? Every artifact which has a static ability will be good, like Torpor Orb, Ink of Mishra, Eto de Supplice, I don't remember its name in English. Artifacts that only make their thing when they are tapped, also untapped, sorry, like Winter Orb. There are other artifacts that do the same thing with Meria, which is being asymmetric, like Holding Mine or the other orb. I don't remember its name, but these are not good cards when we don't have our commander, whereas Winter Orb actually slaps when you are playing turn 1 Curdape, turn 2 Pack Leader, turn 3 another threat or removal, and Winter Orb, you are in a pretty good position, even if you don't have Meria rolling, and it is not the case for other artifacts that are like quote-unquote combo with Meria. Equipments work well too because they do their stuff, and when you have Meria, it can produce mana or make you impulse draw. And cards that are good mana sinks too are pretty good. Hex Drinker, Kunai Creator, and Scavenging Ooze too. These cards that use our sometimes huge amounts of green mana efficiently are quite good. Artifacts too, equipments too, sorry, make use of this mana that we produce with our command zone. And basically this is a gruel aggressive deck with a command zone that supports mid to late game thanks to its ability to give us a constant flow of cards and thus threats. The plan is to put early pressure on our opponent, make him play his interactions, force them to maybe sometimes make suboptimal plays because they are under pressure. And at some point, Meria will just come down, make us draw 2 cards a turn, and continue that constant flow of pressure and make us win the game. I know it sounds maybe not that interesting or not that powerful, and that's what I thought, but that's also why I'd always try to play new decks, because I like this, I like the deck building part of it, and I think I learn a lot even when the deck is not functioning right. Thing is, actually Meria slaps this version of it at least. We have a really huge hole against everything that is combo adjacent. That's why I did put a Magebane Lizard, and I think to some extent Ink of Mishra might be good in order to clock harder in these kind of matchups too. But other than combo-based decks, this is pretty good against everything that plays creatures and even control-ish decks too. I was pretty surprised to see this deck fare really well against Aragorn, for instance. I actually don't even understand why this is doing so well. Have I been just lucky on my first matches that I played with this deck? Is it just a brewer's advantage playing a deck that is absolutely not played by anyone else and with a plan that is not what you could expect with this command zone? I don't know. What I know is that I have a ton of fun playing this deck. It is actually a blast to play turn 1 Curdape into Ink of Mishra. It is absolutely wonderful. And yeah, the deck is actually quite powerful, has some good power plays, and it feels right to me. So let's jump into a league and see how it fares. This video is sponsored by Mana Traders. By using my promo code in description, you will get 40% of your subscription cost as a cashback on your 3rd month of renewal. If you don't know about mana traders, they are a card rental service and the best way to try MTGO without breaking the bank. They are the reason I can play so many different decks on leagues, as I subscribe to their Commander plan, which for $25 a month allows you to rent 101 cards. I'm very happy with their services, so if you want to try them out, go fetch the coupon in the description. So we are on the play, first match against Vivi. I will read this one again. Yep, it is the one I thought it was. This one looks good. I didn't mention it, but since the change of rules, Urza's Saga in a Blood Moon deck is actually quite strong. So, yep, this is that. And okay, I will keep this. I assume this will be like a blue-red spell adjacent deck with a lot of cantrips, redraws, and with the intent on killing us with the command zone to some degree. Anyway, this is a turn 1 Taiga Delighted Halfling, and probably turn 2 Saga Ink of Mishra. DRC, okay. So I think this is Saga Ink Might. I'm doing this league because I don't have the availability of a Final Fantasy cards yet, so I assume I'd be better served playing decks that I enjoy. For sometimes before getting into the new builds, I'm longing to play Tifa, notably. Vivi 2 was something I wanted to build, and also Sephiroth, the mono black, the huge blood artist, looks quite good too. Next turn, I can Meria and activate Urza Saga, depending on what my opponent's doing, or not do anything if he keeps mana untapped. If they keep mana untapped, sorry. Still not quite used to this one. Well, actually, I have a halfling, so even if they threaten a counter spell, I might still want to play Meria. I think you can hear birds in my microphone. I have a lot of them in my garden. Is this a mana ability? The 0, I mean. I think it is. Oh boy, it's gonna hurt. Oh yes, please! This is not going to work the way you think it should, I think. I won't have my Lavasper boots, that's for sure, but still I have a permanent Urza Saga now. Rules changed, yay! So no more Saga triggers. I have a lot of lands here, and I think I can still activate Saga, so I'd rather... Oh, this is good. And I will actually kill your DRC, man. Okay, no, this is blue mana, sorry. Yep. Yep. And I will attack with a 3-3 and a 4-4, and my opponent concedes. Okay, we got lucky here. This definitely is a win thanks to Brewer's advantage and the change of rules that just happened. This hand looks terrifying. If I draw my lands, this is insane. If I don't, this is bad. I think I can fetch Survey Land on 1, then Synthesizer, keep this card Ape for Fury. On the draw, I'm willing to keep, thanks to this Winter Orb. The fact that I have 1.5 redraw at the moment. I can't Survey Land and Astrolabe, but I think Surveilling is better than getting my Astrolabe, sorry. We'll see if I get punished for this. Okay, I'm too good at this game. This means I can turn 1 Curd Ape still, and turn 2 getting a Taiga and getting a removal. I think I'm up to this. And it takes Force Spike. My opponent looks like they kept a one-lander too with this play pattern. I mean, no reason to slam your bubbles that early if you don't need to draw your second land, right? Anyway, I think this will be Bloodstained Mire, Survey Land this turn, or is it Snow Covered Mountain into Astrolabe? I think I maybe should have started with Synthesizer, but I'm not quite sure. Snow-Covered Mountain, I like. This gives me food for Meria and Legion Extruder. I think it's cool. I draw Halfling. This is perfect. I don't think I play my bubble now because I can surprise my opponent next turn with playing Meria, playing bubble, Winter Orb with bubble and Astrolabe, and this could be cool. Yep, only heat. This was to be expected. Okay, so they played their first Vivi, which is at the moment A 3 toughness creature. I'm going for a synthesizer, hoping it gets me a land. I have 42 of them. It might work. It's not a land, but it's a skull clamp. It's okay, I think. I before playing skull clamp, I should have trying to play this fury. No, I lose 2 days, which is bad, obviously. And now I think I'm okay playing this bubble and trying to draw another card. Cool. Land. Menelik went to exile with expressive iteration. This is sad, I think. Okay, so I'll play this land, attempt to play my command zone. It resolves. Perfect. This means I can tap, tap, play my winter orb. Surprise! This actually might have been a mistake to make Meria a 4-2. We'll see. I think the deck is, my opponent's deck will play a lot of shocks, and yeah, I should not have equipped this. I wanted to be mana efficient, but this was not the right thing to do. Anyway, Chain Lightning doesn't change anything, so... Oh, Minsk and Boo. This is cool. And Flame Slash 2. Okay, we'll see. I think if my opponent didn't have an interaction next turn, maybe it's because they only have 1 mana. I think they have a 2 mana counterspell in their hand. In that regard, I think I'm just going to play Grim Lavamancer and Endurance at instant speed. Or maybe even now, if they had Murktide, they would have played it last turn. Maybe it is an Oculus. In that context, I think I will play this Endurance during their upkeep. Or am I? I mean, I still can pitch it in case of a problem. No, I think I gotta play this Endurance. I died too hard to Oculus. I don't think... I don't know if this is a card my opponent's playing, but I'd rather do this and keep this Flame Slash up. I draw Forest. This is good. And I don't want to equip this clamp to either of my creatures. This is not the game I'm playing, I think. End of turn, Cryptic Command, returning my Winter Orb to hand. Sorry. And drawing a card. Okay. Okay, this is Vivi again. I think I attempt to kill it first. And my opponent concedes. Okay, so they didn't have any interaction. Second match on the play against Yoshi Kraum. Okay, this is a mulligan. No land is not playable. Okay. I think this is like a Jeskai tempo, but why not play Aragorn? Maybe it is more aggressive because it intends on resolving a Yoshimaru with maybe some flash creatures and cheap interaction, I think. Anyway, this hand, I think, looks okay to me. But I mean, I'm on a mode to 6, and one of my best interactions is Pyrokinesis. I still has only 1 land in hand. This might not be as good as I wanted to, but I still think I keep, and I get rid of Legolas Creek's Reflex. And my opponent mulligans to 5. So this Pyrokinesis will be good, I think. I will play my quote-unquote green curd ape on 1. This was not in the first version, but I actually discovered that all the 1 mana 2/3s were actually pretty good in this deck, and this one I didn't play in the beginning, but yep, as you can see, it is functionally a 2/3 for 1 mana. I should have played this bubble and sacrificed it. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, I am too lucky. No, I'm not quite sure that I want to sacrifice it right now because it can recoup some cards if I draw my 3rd land to play Meria, so yep, we'll see. Gitaxian Probe. Okay, now you know. Pyrokinesis, red card. Let's see what my opponent's cooking. I think I need that 3rd land anyway, so if no, I draw land, I will be sad. Perfect. I knew it. Anyway, I think I still want to play Meria this turn because if my opponent sleeps on this Pyrokinesis hoping to not get caught off guard, this can mean I can not Pyrokinesis with this, but just play Meria and a ton of artifacts to make mana. So yeah, I think I'm willing to do this. I don't think I need to fear Blood Moon in this matchup. I'm the one playing it. If he has a flash creature, this means I could trade my Sky Shroud Elite Or no, not actually. I could steal pyrokinesis, so yep. And they don't seem to have anything. This might be a Malcolm made of turn? No. Okay. This was a really bad hand from my opponent, but I mean, he mulliganed to 5, so I assume the two first hands weren't better. I can blame them for keeping a 5 cards that has a bit of a bet inside. This looks quite reasonable to me. Flame Slash onto Meria. Okay. 2-3 is really good. Now let's drop a Moloch as a 2-2 or a 3-3. No, a 3-3, I think. 3-3 is good. And let's get our points of damage. One more time. Philia, end of turn. Okay. Skyclave, Apparition. I think this resolves. I let them take my Goyf, and then I will Pyrokinesis, I think. Or do I? Because I could just block the Philia with my 3-3. If they exiled their Skyclave, this means... Huh. No, I think I'm willing to cast this now. 2-2 down. They have to have Force of Will. Even then, they're not in that good of a position, I think. Oh, my opponent said they played this poorly. Okay, Spell Pierce. This wasn't on my radar. Okay, so they're willing to use their Philia as another removal spell and letting me block it. Astrolabe is a redraw, that's good. Parrot Spellbomb. So I attack with both, see what my opponent's doing. No, yeah, no. I will attack first. So no more land in hand. I think I don't do anything now. I'm not forced to use this spell bomb right now, I think. If I do draw a land, this means that I can play Meria and still activate the spell bomb. No, I think I gotta get rid of this. End of turn, this is mana efficient, allows me to win on any number of draws, and anyway, put my opponent to 1, which is really good, so... Let's go! Game 2. Let's hope my opponent doesn't mull to 5 this time, and have a good game. Okay, this is really slow. Don't know how I feel about this hand. Depending on what my opponent's doing, I think this hand can be good. If I make a Symmetry Gatekeeper 3-1 first striker, this can make some sense. I will keep. This is not huge, but this is not horrible. 7 cards that all can be played is good enough for me, I think. Hex Drinker on 1. Sorry, Yoshimaru on 1. Yep, and I think... Oh no, I can't play Hex Drinker. Oops. This will be my boots then. I think Molocking this Yoshimaru, even if this means Moloch will die, is the good thing to do. Yep, okay, so I will take a lot of damage right here, right now. And my opponent will draw another card. Yep, I think I got a Moloch now. I will take my 2 this turn. This game will be hard, I think. Next turn I could also just play Meria and Lavesper Boots. We'll see. Yoshimaru another time from my opponent. Okay, what does this mean? I think the best thing I can do this turn will be just Meria into Hex Drinker. I plan on keeping this Hex Drinker alive, if possible, and use Meria as the blocker for this turn. We'll see how this goes. But yep, my starting hand should have been a mulligan, I think, in retrospect. It was too cute to be good. Oh. Okay. Okay. That makes once a piece regarding pyrokinesis. This card is a beating. Loyal Apprentice. Okay, I don't think I'm winning this anymore. I have to draw like Fury exactly next turn or pyrokinesis. Pray that my opponent doesn't have a counterspell and then draw another good card. So I think I will just take my draw for the turn and concede pretty quickly after that. But Fury / Pyrokinesis here still are good. This doesn't qualify as good enough. I think I'm not willing to play this anymore. This one, I think, one of the best art the deck could do. This turn 1, Yoshi into turn 2, Mary with a Pyrokinesis backup. And I kept a bad hand, so that didn't help. Okay, turn 1 bird. That's a turn 2 Meria with a jeweled amulet, maybe, or an Inti. We'll see anyway. I like this. Oh, what a surprise. Okay, I draw another land. I think I'm playing Meria now. And I don't think I blocked this Yoshimaru. if my opponent offers the bad attack, quote unquote. Oh, with no red mana, actually, I might be willing to block on that position. Static Prison. Okay. This, let's say, solve the problem for now. Do I let Meria go under the Static Prison? I think I let it go to my command zone again. Okay, I really draw a lot of lands. Does this mean I play Inti and attack with Birds of Paradise this turn? I don't believe so. But I think I will play this Amulet and the Magebane Lizard. That's for sure. Now, do I play Inti also? Do I want to put a counter on this Amulet? I think I'd be better served playing Inti. Opponent keeps Static Prison. Does this mean they maybe have a Philia? Or a way to return it to their hand? It is possible. Lelia. Yep. This is huge. I think I got to block something this turn. Fury. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is a beating. Exactly Fury, because it is probably a free spell from my opponent. And this maybe means that I can't really block this turn. Because if I do, I'll lose my whole board to the follow-up Fury. Okay, I'm in a bad position from that very card that was exiled with Lelia. What is the best course of action now? Either I double block Lelia or Yoshimaru to get rid of it right now, and then I take a follow-up Fury that kills the rest of my board. I only still have Lens in hand. Cannot play Meria next turn, so I have to draw something good. Or the plan is just to take 6. That leaves me to 12 and makes my opponent's Fury a bit worse, but no, I think I gotta block this Lelia. Both of them will grow next turn, I think. But Lelia is the one that makes my opponent draw cards. This is brutal. I understand why Lelia is considered as a good card. My opponent maybe doesn't have any red card in head, but yeah. Yep. Now wasn't the time to draw another land deck. Ugh. Opponent pays 2. This means there is a 4 mana follow-up. Oh yeah, sure. Okay. I think this was a clinic. I think I'm dead. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. We'll see, but I don't see me coming back by drawing 3 lands in a row and my opponent spiking Fury with the Lelia. This was too much to beat, I think. Yay! Another land. Awesome. This means I can play Lelia this turn. I take 8 at least. Turn after, well, let's play it, but I'm not quite sure this will work. Shadow Spear. Okay. In case I wasn't already dead enough, now I am deader. Okay. GG. You did your thing. Nice one. We are on the draw against a Atraxa Grunt Unifier. I really like this hand with a lot of pressure in the early turns. Opponent kept 7. Let's go. Oh no, actually opponent mulliganed. Stomping Ground Curd Ape. Oh yeah, man. This feels good. Gravedigger's Cage. This might be good, but later, I think. Let's play Mesa. Attempts Cash Shroud Elite. Okay, this eats Memory Lapse. I should have fetched before Memory Lapse resolved. Damn. But no, I think I gotta commit to playing this Lava Spur Boots. Disruptor Flute. This might come handy a bit later. I think this turn I attempt this Lizard. Gets countered. Remand. Okay. Let's go, Curd Ape! Shows them how it was played in 1995. Brain Surge, Sorcerer Speed. This means no more lands. This really is the kind of matchup where these turn 1 aggressive drops really shine. I'm a bit afraid to take Dark Ritual into Atraxa next turn. That might be a reason to play Disruptor Flute, but I think I'd rather put pressure on my opponent. If I go for Inti Boots attack, discard Cage, this represents 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage this turn, leaves my opponent to 7. I think I can go the conservative route, which is playing Tree of Tales as my 4th land, playing Meria into Disruptor Flute. I think this is okay. This means the turn after, I can, if my opponent does a mass removal, I can still go for Inti, give it haste. This is 4 points of damage. Okay, I think I'm okay with this line of play. Disruptor Flute is even, let's say, good against Dreamhole. Yeah, see, this will eat the Force of Will. So now I can't give Meria haste. I can attack only with my Soul Curd Ape. Still, half of the job down regarding my opponent's life total. Drown in the Loch onto Meria. Okay. Grim Lavamancer. This might be good to finish my opponent without attacking a bit later. I will try Inti first, see how it goes. And I'm willing to equip the boots onto him. And I think it is still the Curd Ape that I boost, even if it's not protected now with the boots. Both of my creatures do 3 damage to my opponent, and Inti is the most important one in the long run. So I'd rather not put all of my eggs in the same bag. And no, it looks like my opponent still has something to do. Okay, Bowmaster. Double block Inti. Okay. Does this mean they doesn't have a mass removal? I don't think this changes the way I want to play this Grim Lavamancer. Dream holes. Eh. Okay. And obviously they didn't have a land in hand. This card, I don't know. This should be absolutely banned. There's no business this card existing when Atraxa exists as a common zone. I think I lost on this. Cut down, land, Snapcaster Mage into my opponent's hand. Okay. So now I have 1 turn to attempt and kill my opponent. I could chainsaw, equip boots, Lavamancer, attack. This trades Atraxa. My opponent can just recast it next turn. Yep, I just think I'm cooked. I did feel the unfair way this matchup was gonna end, though. But my opponent had the force of will to counter my flute. Oh well. So, now we're on the play. This looks, I don't know, slow. I will mulligan this. This is not the right hand for the matchup. This is better, though. Okay, I think I get rid of the Moloch. Or is it? I mean, my plan, I think, is turn 1 Amulet Charge or turn 1 Astrolabe. Turn 2 Weak of Folk, and on the following turn, Fear of Missing Out. I like the Amulet Charge on turn 1 because it prevents me from dying to Mana Tithe or Force Spike. So yeah, I think this is the Moloch that I put at the bottom of my library. Taiga. This could represent a turn 2 Meria too, but this on 2 I think is better. Oh, Ank of Mishra is tempting, but I still think this is Wick of Folk this turn. But actually, Ank of Mishra doesn't take any form of interaction once it's resolved. I mean, yeah, there are Prismatic Ending and 1 of 2 stuff like Abrupt Decay, but Wick of Folk I think is more fragile. I'd rather resolve this Ank of Mishra right now. Yay, fetch land! I draw another land, and this is good, I think. Am I willing to attempt Meria right now? Is the question, though. If it gets countered, this means I don't have pressure. I think I'm better served by just playing this land as a green land and attempt my beater. And if this resolve, let's go for Fear of Missing Out. Solitude. Okay. Stomping Grounds. Do I play too many lands in this deck? I don't think so, but maybe I could cut 1. I don't know. Anyway, let's just attempt to attack with this Fear of Missing Out. See what happens. And no attempt to play Meria? Remand. Okay. Hand, not command zone. Library, not... Okay. I don't think this is normal for a control deck to be this oppressive against creature-based decks. And I really think that Dark Ritual and Hall of Gemstone are what make this deck too good in this sort of matchup. Tainted Pact, yep. This will fetch Hall of Gemstone, I assume. And I will die next turn, yay! Oh no, they took Leyline Binding. Okay. Grim Lavamancer, okay. I will attempt Meria, and I think Leyline Binding goes onto Ank of Mishra before Meria gets to enter the battlefield. Yep, absolutely. I'm not at ease playing this Grim Lavamancer right now. I think it dies too often to some sort of mass removal. Sauron's Ransom. I think that all of these cards actually I don't want to see. Let's do this way. Maybe it's not the right, but I'd rather not have my opponent both Otawara and Counterspell. And Tamio is a bit slow, so maybe it is better this way. I don't know. My opponent did take the Tamio fetchland pile, so they still have a fetchland in hand. Yep. Fatal push onto Meria. Okay. She dead. But I don't think I'm willing to return it to the command zone. If I draw instant or sorcery, this means Fear of Missing Out attacks twice this turn, which kills Tamio. Oh well. Never mind. It will just be a Grim Lavamancer. It was a bit risky, but I think it was worth it. No attack to be done this turn. I respect my opponent. Yay, Dark Ritual. Obviously. And what? Do they expect to draw like Swords to Plowshares? Obviously, it was in the top 10 of their library. Seriously, man. That's one on two, 75 chances to have the card they need not to lose. Well, my opponent did play right. They had a bit of chance to back this up, but I think if it was their only way to survive, they did take the right decision. What? They did Swords to Plowshares their own Atraxa. Okay. Okay. And now I think they still have them in their hand, right? So yeah, they still have them in hand, which means I'm not willing to play this turn. Playing Atraxa again isn't great either, so I will just pass the turn. Mystic Sanctuary onto Sauron's Ransom. I'm surprised they didn't take Dark Ritual here, but okay. Teferi, Time Raveler. They don't even have to play them. I mean, they can just plus and play them when they want to. Okay, no, they're willing to bounce my Fear of Missing Out. I think I gotta deploy Fear of Missing Out first, discarding this land. Now it sounds weird, but perhaps me activate Grim Lavamancer and kill this Teferi, or maybe put a bit of pressure into my opponent, so okay, it resolves. But Bowmaster. Oh yeah, actually I knew this was a card in their hand. Yep. Birds of Paradise. Okay. Problem is opponent just has to play them, and I think this buys them enough time to win the game. I did play a bit of Atraxa, and from what I felt, the games where you draw Dark Ritual or Hall of Gemstone aren't the same game as the one you... I think... Okay. Okay, I think I gotta like this. Yep, obviously my opponent took the next pad. I don't think I had any ways not to make them keep their Oko. And no, I'm dead. It's just a question of time, I think. Attack with Bowmaster. Yep. Seeing an Orcish Bowmaster as a ring bearer is kind of strange, but hey, magic lore. What do I draw? Chainsaw. Is this helpful? I don't think so. Can transform this into a trampler. 3 damage onto this. I mean, it's not good, and I think my opponent still has a removal or something along those lines in hand, but I can't really play. I can't really play at all, actually. I think this is them, so they can't play it right now, if I'm correct. So, yeah, okay. At least I will try and we'll see how this goes. I don't think I'm going anywhere if I'm not attacking my opponent. Best chance I have, I think, is to draw exactly Lightning Bolt, killing my opponent with it, and the trample damage, but it won't happen. Oh yeah, this actually makes the Orc Army draw. Ah no, it's not an Orc Army anymore, but still this makes my opponent have another blocker. Well, so my opponent must have a counter spell, I think, or something to... Cackling to Dust works as well. I only have a red mana left, can't do anything this turn. No, they can make food. If they have a land, they can just play Atraxa. Yeah, or draw Dream Holes. Okay, GG. And we are on the draw on this 4th match, I think, against Emet-Selch. I don't know how to pronounce it. which is a 2/4 for 3 Dimir and a generic mana with Vigilance. When it enters our attack, we can loot a card, and at the beginning of the upkeep, if we have 14 or more cards in the graveyard, it transforms into a 6/6 Vigilance, which says that during our turn, we may play cards from our graveyard, and if a card or token would be put into our graveyard, we exile it. This is a really fine card, and I'm longing to play it inside Basim. I think it could be great, and maybe as a commander too. So I'm pretty happy to see it, and I'm longing to see how my opponents build it. But I think it will be Reanimator. By my opponent's name tag, I assume this will be Reanimator. Regarding my hand, it can kill fast and with a bit of disruption, so I like it. Boseiju Birdie and pass. End of turn, birds dies. Yep. Demonic Tutor. Okay. I'm not feeling well about this one. This might be Reanimator, I think. But I'm not still quite sure. Mishra's Bubble doesn't look like a Reanimator card. We'll see. Fury, okay. Still, I think this is Lightning Grave this turn. I don't see me blinding a Disruptor Flute against a deck that I absolutely don't know. Okay, so this is the commander. Yep. I was thinking about something along those lines. So what can I do which is the best? Now, I think I can dump my hand, basically, play Meria, play Equip Greaves, play Clamp, Equip Clamp, Fury, Emet, and attack. Still, I will eat the Jin-Jitaxias, but at least I would have done something. I could try and Disruptive Flute for the Reanimator spell that will be targeting Jin-Jitaxias, but if I'm wrong, I lose on the spot. So, yeah, I think this is Meria time. Why can't I equip? Please, MTGO. Okay, Clamps looks like it's broken. I can't equip it at all. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. Meria has Shroud. Obviously, I can't equip it. Never mind. Yeah, not used to play with the Lightning Greaves. Should have equipped Clamp, then Greaves. This might actually change some things, because this has 4 toughness. Yep, animate dead, yeah. So I was right when I was thinking about Reanimator. Actually, I could have kept the Fury for this Jin-Jitaxias. If I was pretty sure that this was my opponent's target from the Mimic Tutor, that they looted it, or maybe it was the Animate Dead. Yeah, it makes sense that it was the Animate Dead. So why did I Fury this one? Just to attack? It wasn't worth it. Okay, my opponent discards a lot of cards. I would like to draw some stuff this turn that gets rid of graveyards. This doesn't qualify. I will fetch for Taiga. I think play Werewolf, Flute. Uh, yeah, but this means I can't play Sky Shroud Elite. I don't think this card is good though. No, what should I name? I think this is Necromancy. It's the only one that makes sense. And I think, yeah, Graves are better on Meria than on the Werewolf. Maybe this flute will buy me a turn. Cabal Ritual, it won't buy me a turn. I have some amount of graveyard removal interaction. Yeah, it was Necromancy. I already tried, but it was just bound not to work. Hoarding Broodlord, I think I'm dead. Broodlord, so in half, yada yada yada, I think I'm dead. Yep. No, I'm just playing for information. And I will take a Lethal Tendrils of Agony. Yep. Oh no, just a Vagavote. What the f... Was about to concede, but I think I'm dead anyway, but I'd like to see if my opponent has the Tendrils planned. Yep, they do. Obviously they do. So this is Dimir Reanimator. So, yep, this Command Zone I think is just strictly worse than Vohar. It is a bit better bitter by itself, but the effect is less good in your first plan, so I think it's strictly worse. This hand is what I want to have against creature-based decks, but not against Reanimator. One lander. This is harsh. Well, we've been a bit unlucky, I think, during this league regarding lands, mulligans. This is a tap lane on turn 1. This is... Oh, I can't keep this. Gotta mill again. This has too much land, but I think I gotta take it. Keep. I will put forest, mountain, and this is Tiger Halfling on 1, Furnace, Meria on 2. Okay, this questing beast as a follow-up is actually good. I've already played my land this turn, so this is it. Bone shards, yay. I might die next turn. But Seiju might be useful actually. I will play this questing beast. Yeah, but Seiju doesn't get rid of Exhume, so this is turn 2 Runescarred Demon, right? Not turn 3, sorry. Yeah. It's a bit sad because Reanimator was taken into account when making this deck. I have like 2 or 3 artifacts that are good against it, and Skoos and Kunai Curator. This is not a lot, but I expected to draw them a bit more. I mean, last time I played against Reanimator, I actually did draw these cards, and they were great, and they made for pretty interesting matches. But I think this was too quick. And yay, Skoos! Hello, you. Right on time. So, am I willing to trade this questing beast for Unscarred Demon? I don't think so. Well, actually, I think I have to, right? This is not good. This is not what I want to do, but I think I gotta do this. Okay, my opponent has Soul in half. So, I gotta take what I can and play this Scavenging Ooze. I only have 1 activation. I have to make it count, and then I would just Legion Extrude my opponent's face. Thoughts cover end of turn. Okay, nothing of relevance in the graveyard. I think they can just kill me with the short tendrils from here, but they will need a bit of mana. Dark Ritual, is it? Or Sacrifice? Okay. Valgavot from the hand. Perfect. Well, so, what can I do? Can attack with Questing Beast, hoping my opponent's blocking. And they don't. Surprise. I think casting Meria gives me best chances of maybe doing something this game. Oh no, first of all, this is miserable. Okay, no, actually, why did my opponent force this? I cast it with Delighted Halfling. Well, at least I got this going for me. They seriously they drew Fanatic. Okay, they don't have anything in the graveyard. Oh, seriously. Our opponents were really lucky during this league. This was absolutely incredible. I don't think this would change anything, but yeah, I will take my damage. I'm at 5. I will exile. Sacrifice, I guess. I don't think this will be relevant, but you never know. I gotta be strong and draw really well here. Like pyrokinesis or kind of stuff. Yay. A land. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, so I think I'm cooked here. I have no way to block this Valgavot. Yeah, GG. Last round, we're on the draw against a Glarb. This will be Sultai control with a combo finish. I think I like this hand with this Elvish Reclaimer that can fetch my Urza's Saga. I draw a 6. Okay. I will Reclaimer with Forest. I would like not to die on Stifle, but this could be countered, I guess. It won't. Cool. Whoa, Spirit Guide into immediate Glarb here. Okay. In that case, I really like this Flame Slash. And I will just take my attack with Reclaimer. Animate Dead onto Glarb. Okay. I think this is strange. I don't think Animate Dead is stuck in this matchup. I will recycle this bubble. Let's see what it draws me. I draw lands. Okay. I think this turn, best thing I can do is Grim Lavamancer and bring my Saga live. End of turn. I will sacrifice this now covered mountain to get my Urza Saga if my opponent let me. Brainstorm, fetch, and endurance from my opponent. Okay. I drew an astrolabe. I think this is fetch, astrolabe. I draw torpor orb. This might be good if it is a reanimator version of this deck. I think I keep my mana to activators as saga and pass the turn. Whoa, Demonitor. I don't like this. Scavenging ooze, okay. Fetch Taiga construct, end of turn. And schools will eat my land. Okay. Now what do I do? Could make a second construct, go fetch boots, equip onto the construct that can attack, and not having enough cards to activate Grim Lavamancer. I could take my mana, play Meria, play GT, and equip GT onto the construct that can attack. I think I like this line. And I will fetch Period Spellbomb, I think. Well, actually, it might be different options here. Maybe Parrot Spellbomb to make 6 a bit better. Maybe Gravedigger's Cage also. But I'm not quite sure my opponent plays Reanimator. I didn't see anything besides Animate Dead, which could be played in a control deck as a good stuff card. Oh, it might be Haywire Might. If I fetch Might, this means I could play Meria, 2 mana, play GTA, 2 mana, equip GTA to the construct, have this Might. Okay, I like Might in this matchup because my opponent will win with an enchantment. So I think this has some value. Could I play Torpor Orb? Tap both, equip, yep. And now I further trade for the Glarb and killing the Skoos at any point. My opponent left the Glarb in their graveyard, so I think I killed the Skoos right now. That's the second time this league I take a Metamorphosis Fanatic that wasn't actually prepared by my opponent. Well, actually, this time my opponent did know they had this Fanatic on top thanks to their Glarb. But still. Okay, so this is a Nadu combo deck. Got it. I didn't see that coming. Oh, and the last card is Nadu? Seriously? Okay, well, if that's not luck, I don't know what luck is, I think. Oh, they really had Spring Heart on the top of their deck. Actually, I talked about luck, but maybe this Demonstrator wasn't in Nadu or Shuko because they had one of them into their hand. And this Kuz was just the follow-up, which makes more sense to me, I think. But I didn't see that Nadu Shuko coming, otherwise I absolutely would have kept my green mana. I assume it was the traditional combo version, but looks like it wasn't. I think my opponent ended their quote-unquote combo. This will be hard to come back, but maybe not impossible. This could start by drawing, I think, Winter Orb. Yep, opponent will absolutely grief me. Oh yeah, no, they actually can't grief me because of Torpor Orb. And yep, so they have another land, so they have another insect. Okay, so my opponent is about to kill me this turn, thanks to Psychic Frog, discarding their hand, giving it flying. I think this will be enough. I think. Anyway, I'm getting some information about their deck list. This isn't at all a Glarb control, as you can see with all the revealed cards at the moment. This is a pretty dedicated Nadu combo deck. So this means that matchup might be a bit better than against the Glarb control deck. And my opponent actually played really well this first game by hiding this information until the last relevant moment. This Animate Dead put me on the track that something fishy was happening in my opponent's deck list. And yep, they capitalized well on this misinformation from my side. And I think, yeah, they have 18 cards in hand, so they can dump everything into the frog and just kill me, and I think they should as quickly as they can, because, I mean, time's running out. But now that I see the decklist, I see that there are not that much interaction, like regarding removal, there is Fatal Push, and that's pretty much it. Not that much counter spells either, and I think this is relevant. Yep, Legolas Quick Reflex might be removal too. But yep, this is a pretty dedicated combo deck. I think that regarding Najudex, the Psychic Frog finish with the Lightning Greaves is one of the most efficient that is available on MTGO. Still is really too slow, I think. And IRL, I think there are demonstrable loops that are more efficient. But I think it's free. I mean, Psychic Frog, you want to play it in this creature's shell anyway. Lightning Greaves is good with Nadu anyway. So, yep, I think this is a nice deck. But now I know against what I'm playing. And this would have changed a lot of things regarding my last turn. On the play with the no lander, this is a mulligan. 42 lands in the deck still, but doesn't look like quite enough. This is okay, I think. And yep, I would like to try this equipment. We'll see if it's really good or not, but yep, I'm willing to keep it. I will play the green Curd Ape on one. Let's go. Okay, so I think this is Den of the Bugbear in T, and put a lot of pressure onto my opponent, immediately attacking and discarding. I have too many lands. I can absolutely allow myself to discard one of them. Pack Leader gets exiled. That's no biggie. Yep, Glarb this turn makes sense. Parrot Spellbomb. I think it is Meria this turn. And next turn we'll see what happens. I don't see myself attacking this turn, I think. Next turn, though. This is a nice deck in Nadu decks because it is pretty good against aggressive decks, and Nadu typically with the... Oh, okay. Theonatradios deck, Command Zone, sorry, is on the back foot against aggressive decks. And I think Glarb is pretty cool. So my opponent basically has like 2 removals in their deck. And I did draw one of them. At least it's something that won't be relevant later on. Oh, Psychic Frog. Okay, so this is really good for my opponent. This is not something I'd like to see. Opponent grows their frog instantly. Okay. I think I will attach this to the Sky Shroud Elite. Attack with it, untap these 2 lands. My opponent blocks... No, I gotta put a counter on it for it to be relevant. 6 toughness. So, yep, if I want to get through, I need to equip it using this mana, I think. Put a counter on it, yep, because I need a green mana. Okay, no block for my opponent. Do I want to kill their Arbor Elf, though? I should have done this during my turn, obviously, but I clicked too quickly. I think I do. No. Either it was good during my turn when it already had activated, but right now it just will allow my opponent to make a construct, and yep, this wouldn't be as good. Insidious Roots. Okay. Okay. So they're giving their creature flying to make a plant. Do they want to attack? Yep, they want to draw cards. Fair enough. Winter Orb. This is actually pretty good. So I think I will just start by attacking and loot. Oh, I should have killed. If I wanted to use my spell bomb, I should have done it. Yep, before the ability resolves. Oops. This is a land, okay. And this is a Winter Orb. Oh, the Seiju is cruel. They didn't have that many ways to interact with what I attempted to do, but yep. This one was actually good. And the Fanatic from the top, yep. Haywire Might is the follow-up, which is actually makes sense regarding what I'm doing. And if they are not comboing anytime soon, this makes sense. Do I take this hit or do I want to trade Meria and the Spellbomb? Should take this hit, I think. Pyrokinesis. Is this good? I think I will start my turn by doing this. Urza's Bauble. Okay. They have green mana for their Haywire Might. And this turn I could activate Spellbomb and play Pyrokinesis, which means I could get rid of this frog. Is it correct? It looks like a heavy price to pay, but I think it is correct. Okay, so I don't have to use the spell bomb to kill my opponent's frog, which is good. Untapping to land won't lead me anywhere, so I will just pass the turn. Abrupt decay on my blocker. Okay. And grist as a follow-up. Okay, this is really bad. This is terrible. I think I gotta kill this construct to live a bit longer. But even then, yep, I'm not in a great situation. Drawing a land wasn't really what I wanted to draw here. And the city sewers, okay. I did draw a lot of lands this league, and I think I can't play Meria right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, no. I can't. I gotta keep this Den of the Bugbear as a blocker for my opponent's next turn. And another land. Well. Oh, I didn't see this member in their list. Okay, GG. Boy, was that league tough. I'm quite disappointed, to say the least. I think I drew a lot of lands in this league, and this didn't happen last time, and I think the number of lands is quite high, but still alright, because we want to play a land every turn for the 4 first turns of the game. Maybe I should cut a land. I'm not quite sure, but maybe. The deck still has a soft spot against combo decks, and we faced 3 of them during this league. I consider Atraxa being a combo deck from the moment they draw and play with Dream Holes, and we lost again that exact scenario in this matchup. Against Reanimator, we sadly didn't draw any of our graveyard interaction in time, and yeah, this is still Gruul aggressive deck, so it fares well against everything that is fair, but from the moment you are facing bullshit, if you don't draw the right lock piece against your said bullshit, it might be Winter Orb, Torpor Orb, Gravedigger's Cage, whatever, you will face troubles. And I think we saw this in the league. Still, I'm quite sad not to have shown the true potential of this deck. I think we faced some pretty rough situation during this league, and I will most certainly play this deck again in the coming future. It still is really pleasant to play if we are facing something that we can interact with. Otherwise, yep, we have to draw heavy hitters like Blood Moon, etc., and we didn't this league. Well, anyway, I hope you found this league interesting, and I see you next time. Bye!